Alexa, turn the stars yellow. Does that really do it? It's gonna have to today. Hello. 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 Let me get to sharing. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that's what I can do. Turn that light on over there too. Lights. Doing the right things. Oh my gosh, there's already three of y'all in here. Hey. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Hey. What's up? I'm getting used to my new location. I'm getting used to my new location. What's up, y'all? Hey, hey. Um, what's up? What's up? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Okay, I done shared it on the Facebooks and the Instagrams. If you're watching this right now, go ahead and share this on your Facebook. Yeah. I Hey guys, hey guys. I am at my friend's house and I'm not home, but it's very cozy and very nice and very dreamy. Y'all should see it on Instagram. It looks very dreamy on Instagram. I like it very much. I'm gonna give it just a few more moments and then we are gonna go ahead and get into this book. I'm sorry about last week. Last week was weird transition. I've been staying at my friend's house for last week and I just to get away from home, to get away from my apartment that I've been in for the last year. Almost pretty much the last year. At the end of March, it'll be a whole year since I've been home. So, need some time away. You feel me? So, welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Um, had to get the lighting right. Figured out that if I have the light coming down, it looks better than having it come from the side. So I'm learning about lighting and whatnot. Anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, we are reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. We're reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Ah, my light! The light went away. It's being stretched a bit too thin. I probably could just plug it up into the computer, but that's too easy of a solution. Anyway, welcome in. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. I am Taylor, also known as Miss Taylor Said, and this is Reading with Miss Taylor Said. Um, um, I started the show on November 30th, 2020, as a way to. I started the show on November 30th, 2020, because I had some goals that I want to complete. For one, I've collected a lot of books over the years that I haven't actually finished. And I'd like to finish those books. Also, collected a lot of books I haven't even started, and I would like to start and finish those books. Also, another goal of mine is that I want to get more comfortable with reading aloud in front of an audience. The things that I plan to do with my career are going to involve me reading off of teleprompters, reading speeches, and just generally reading aloud in front of an audience. And so I want to go ahead and get more comfortable with doing that now, while we're all stuck at home to some degree, and all I have is a virtual platform. And the last goal that I have is that I would like to get more comfortable with public speaking in general. I haven't done it in years. It's been like 10 years since I've done public speaking, and I want to get more comfortable with it. And the best way for me to do that right now is virtually. So I appreciate you all for showing up. I appreciate y'all for being here. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. As you can see, if you've been watching for the last few weeks, we've gone through some changes as far as the set, um, and the setting. Right now, as I said earlier, I'm staying with a friend. Just wanted to get away from home for a little while, and so, and also, I'm training in in a city that I don't live in, so I am not home. However, I have a lovely, lovely setup here, and I'm excited. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the book. We are reading The Mastery of Love. We're reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. And what we left off on was the last chapter we left off on was the man who didn't believe in love. And it was talking about, oh, yes, it was the man that doesn't believe in love because he didn't believe in love and he met a woman that didn't believe in love. And then come to find out they both believe in love because they ended up falling in love with each other. Um, but in reality, what it was that they didn't find their happiness. They figured out it wasn't that they didn't believe in love. They didn't believe in drawing their happiness from a person and calling that love. So, you know, again, talking about finding your happiness from within and being your whole true self. And if somebody is able to join that with you, then I like you pretty good, but not necessarily because, like, oh, I love you and da da. No, no, we're not doing that. So if you missed the last episodes, you can go back on IGTV or you can go back on the Facebook page and you can catch up for the chapters we read before this. There's only a couple of episodes of us reading this book, because I've actually was only able to do 2 episodes. So literally, if you just go 2 or 3 episodes, so just go back the last few episodes and catch up. The book we read before this was The Four Agreements, also by the same author. So you can catch up. So I'm going to go ahead and go into chapter 4, which is the track of love, the track of fear. Your whole life is nothing but a dream. Let me pull y'all closer because I feel like I need to sit up more. Right? There we go. There we go. I like that. I feel like I'm sitting up more and not so far away. All right. Your whole life is nothing but a dream. You live in a fantasy where everything you know about yourself is only true for you. Your truth is not the truth for anyone else, and that includes your own children or your own parents. Just consider what you believe about yourself and what your mother believes about you. She can say she knows you very well, but she has no idea who you are, who you really are. You know that she doesn't. You can believe that you know your mother very well, but you don't have any idea who she really is. She has all those fantasies in her mind that she never shared with anyone else. You have no idea what is inside of her mind. If you look at your own life and try to remember what you did when you were 11 or 12 years old, you will hardly remember more than 5% of your own life. Of course, you will remember the most important things, like your own name, because you repeat these all the time. But sometimes you forget the name of your own children or your friends. That's because your life is made by dreams. Many little dreams that are changing all the time. Dreams have a tendency to dissolve, and that is why we forget so easily. Every human being has a personal dream of life, and that dream is completely different from anyone else's dream. We dream according to all the beliefs that we have, and we modify our dream according to the way we judge, according to the way we are victimized. That is why dreams are never the same for any two people. In a relationship, we can pretend to be the same, to think the same, to feel the same, to dream the same, but there's no way that can happen. There are two dreamers with two dreams. Every dreamer is going to dream in his own way. That's why we need to accept the differences that exist between two dreamers. We need to respect each other's dream. Yes, I love this book. We can have thousands of relationships at the same time, but every relationship is between two persons and no more than two. I have a relationship with each one of my friends, and it is just between two. I have a relationship with each one of my children, and each relationship is completely different from the others. According to the way the two people dream, they create the direction of that dream we call relationship. Every relationship we have with mom, with dad, with brothers, with sisters, with friends is unique because we dream a small dream together. Every relationship becomes a living being made by two dreamers. Just as your body is made by cells, your dreams are made by emotions. There are two main sources of these emotions. One is fear and all of the emotions that come one is fear and all of the emotions that come from fear, and the other is love and all of the emotions that come from love. We experience both emotions, but the one that predominates in everyday people is fear. We can say that the kind we can say that the normal kind of relationship in this world is based 95% on fear and 5% on love. Of course, this will change depending on upon the people, but even if fear is 60% and love is 40%, still it is based on fear. My nephews are peeking in the door, seeing what I'm doing. um, in order to understand these emotions, we can describe certain characteristics about love and fear that I call the track of love and the track of fear. These two tracks are merely, oh, hey, hey there. Um, when I get a break in the book, we're on, definitely. Um, where am I? In order to understand these emotions, we can describe certain characteristics about love and fear that I call the track of love and the track of fear. These two tracks are merely points of reference to see how we are living our life. These divisions are for the logical mind to understand, to try and have some control of the choices we make. Let's look at some of the characteristics of love and of fear. Love has no obligations. Love has no obligations. Fear is full of obligations. In the track of fear, whatever we do is because we have to do it, and we expect other people to do something because they have to do it. We have the obligation, and as soon as we have to, we resist it. The more resistance we have, the more we suffer. Sooner or later, we try to escape our obligations. On the other hand, love has no resistance. Whatever we do is because we want to do it. It becomes a pleasure. It's like a game, and we have fun with it. Love has no expectations. Fear is full of expectations. What's that? Hold on. That's her watch. Um, Sorry about that. I got distracted. Da, 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 da. In the track of fear, whatever we do is because we have to do it. We expect other people to do something because they have to. We have the obligation, and as soon as we have to, we resist it. The more resistance we have, the more we suffer. Sooner or later, we try to escape our obligations. On the other hand, love has no resistance. Whatever we do is because we want to do it. It becomes a pleasure. It's like a game, and we have fun with it. Love has no expectations. Fear is full of expectations. With fear, we do things because we expect we have to, and we expect that others are going to do the same. That is why fear hurts and love doesn't hurt. We expect something, and if it doesn't happen, we feel hurt. It isn't fair, okay? We blame others for not fulfilling our expectations. When we love, we don't have expectations. We do it because we want to. Or Not, and it's nothing, or not, and it's nothing personal. Excuse me, or not, and it's nothing personal. When we don't expect something to happen, if nothing happens, it's not important. We don't feel hurt because whatever happens is okay. That is why hardly anything hurts us when we are in love. We aren't expecting that our lover will do something, and we have no obligations. Love is based on respect. Fear doesn't respect anything, including itself. If I feel sorry for you, it means I don't respect you. You cannot make your own choices. When I have to make the choices for you, at that point, I don't respect you. If I don't respect you, then I try to control you. I'm gonna go back and go through this, okay? We're gonna go through this. Because again, we're talking about relationships, and I don't want to read through this so fast that we don't stop and absorb what's being said, okay? Love is based on respect. Fear doesn't respect anything, including itself. If I feel sorry for you, it means I don't respect you. You cannot make your own choices. When I have to make the choices for you, at that point, I don't respect you. If I don't respect you, then I try to control you. Most of the time, when we tell our children how to live their lives, it's because we don't respect them. Ooh, ooh. We feel sorry for them and we try to do for them what they should do for themselves. When I don't respect myself, I feel sorry for myself. I feel I'm not good enough to make it in this world. How do you know when you don't respect yourself? When you say, poor me, I'm not strong enough. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I cannot make it. Self pity comes from disrespect. Love is ruthless. It doesn't feel sorry for anyone, but it does have compassion. Fear is full of pity. It feels sorry for everyone. You feel sorry for me when you don't respect me, when you don't think I'm strong enough to make it. On the other hand, love respects. I love you. I know you can make it. Okay? I know you are strong enough, intelligent enough, good enough that you can make your own choices. I don't have to make your choices for you. You can make it. If you fall, I can give you my hand. I can help you to stand up. I can say, you can do it. Go ahead. That is compassion, but it is not the same as feeling sorry. Compassion comes from respect and from love. Feeling sorry comes from a lack of respect and from fear. Love is completely responsible. Fear avoids responsibility, but this doesn't mean that it's not responsible. Trying to avoid responsibility is one of the biggest mistakes we make because every action has a consequence. Everything we think, everything we do has a consequence. If we make a choice, we have an outcome or a reaction. If we don't make a choice, we have an outcome or a reaction. We are going to experience the consequences of our actions in one way or another. That is why every human is completely responsible for his or her actions, even if they don't want to be. Other people can try to pay for your mistakes, but you will pay for your mistakes anyway. Then you pay double. When others try to be responsible for you, it only creates a bigger drama. Love is always kind. Love is always kind. Love is always kind. If someone is being unkind to you and they're telling you they love you, they are not they're not loving you because you can be truthful and honest with someone about your opinion or your assumption about something in their life without being unkind. Love is kind. Fear is always unkind. When people are unkind to you, try to isolate the fear they're placing on you. When my ex used to be unkind to me, a lot of times it was from his fear that things would fall apart if he didn't take care of everything. It was his fear that what my intuition or what I believed would be good in that time was not good enough. Sorante said, woo, and don't even get me started on people who disrespect themselves and others and try to get others to disrespect themselves so they can feel the same pity they feel by talking down. Yeah, like when you're miserable and you are in a state of like constant self pity, constant like self deprecation and stuff like that, you always try to get other people to do the same thing with you. You always try to. Anyway, let's keep going. Fear is nothing more than our worst enemy. It's like a virus going around to what you are, what convince you what you aren't when love does the opposite and reminds you of your strengths and what you truly are. Yes, love always empowers. Love is always kind to you. Love is always kind to you. That's why even when I look at the situation with the person I was just dating that was lying to me the whole time, even though he was being dishonest, I was not. My love was true. My choices reflected the truth that I was living in and perceiving. So my love was kind, and I led with kindness. I led with being nice to him and leading with compassion because and even in his actions, the way he spoke to me in his actions, they led with love and kindness. It's just that he was being dishonest the whole freaking time. But hey, what can you do? And the experience was a nice simulation for what a healthy relationship looks like if everybody were in fact being honest. But hey, what can you do? You know? Anyway, love is always kind. Love is Fear is always unkind. With fear, we are full of obligations, full of expectations, with no respect, avoiding responsibility, and feeling sorry. How can we feel good when we are suffering from so much fear? We feel victimized by everything. We feel angry or sad or jealous or betrayed. Anger is nothing but fear with a mask. Sadness is fear with a mask. Jealousy is fear with a mask. With all these emotions that come from fear and create suffering, we can only pretend to be kind. We are not happy because we don't feel good. We are not happy. Oh, sorry. We are not kind because we don't feel good. We are not happy. If you are in track, I'm so sorry, y'all. If you are in the track of love, you have no obligations, no expectations. You don't feel sorry for yourself or for your partner. Everything is going well for you, and that is why that smile is always on your face. You are feeling good about yourself, and because you are happy, you are kind. Love is always kind, and that kindness makes you generous and opens all the doors. Listen, that's a fact. Love is generous. Love is generous. Fear is selfish. It is only about me. Selfishness closes all the doors. Love is unconditional. Fear is full of conditions. In the track of fear, I love you if you let me control you, if you are good to me, if you fit into the image I make for you. I create an image of the way you should be, and because you are not and never will be the image, I judge you because of that and find you guilty. Many times, I even feel ashamed of you because you are not what I want you to be. If you don't fit that image I create, you embarrass me, you annoy me, I have no patience at all with you. I'm just pretending kindness. Ooh, ooh. He says something right there. He says something right there. Love is unconditional. Fear is full of conditions. And here's the thing. We can be honest that if we are loving someone on a conditional basis. But the thing is, I want to keep reading, but I'm thinking like my love, just because my last relationship is the best thing that I can use. My love was unconditional. It was going to happen. And I was going to continue the love. However, however, my position in their life is full of conditions. For example, if I'm not seeing you enough, hey, that's a condition. If you have a whole girlfriend at home, that's a condition. You know, it's a condition. But my love, it was unconditional. Okay? Many times I even feel ashamed of you because, okay, I read that already. I have no patience. Let's see. In the track of love, there is no if. There are no conditions. I love you for no reason with no justification. I love you the way you are, and you are free to be the way you are. If I don't like the way you are, if we are going to change, it is because we want to change, because we don't want to suffer any longer. Most people live their entire lives in the track of fear. They are in a relationship because they feel they have to be. They are in a relationship because before we were born. People judge and we are victimized. They gossip about each other. They gossip with their friends. They gossip in a bar. They make their family members hate each other. They accumulate emotional poison and they send it to their children. Look at your father, what he did to me. Don't be like your father. All men are like this. All women are like that. This is what we do with the people we love so much, with our own children, with our own friends, with our own partners. In the track of our in the track of fear, we have so many conditions, expectations, and obligations that we create a lot of rules to protect ourselves against emotional pain when the truth is that there shouldn't be any rules. Excuse me. These rules affect the quality of the channels of communications between us because when we are afraid, we lie. If you have the expectation that I have to be a certain way, then I feel the obligation to be that way. The truth is, I am not what you want me to be. When I am honest and I am what I am, you are already hurt. You are mad. Then I lie to you because I'm afraid of your judgment. I am afraid you are going to blame me, find me guilty, and punish me. And every time you remember, you punish me again and again and again for the same mistake. Bruh, I am being taken to a spot. In the track of love, there is justice. If you make a mistake, you pay only once for that mistake. And if you truly love yourself, you learn from that mistake. In the track of fear, there is no justice. You make yourself pay 1,000 times for the same mistake. You make your partner or your friend pay 1,000 times for the same mistake. This creates a sense of injustice and opens many emotional wounds. Then, of course, you set yourself up to fail. Humans have dramas for everything, even for something so simple and so little. We see these dramas in we see these dramas in normal relationships in hell because couples are in that track of fear. I'm gonna drink a little more of my caffeine. See if that'll help me out. We see these dramas in normal relationships in hell because couples are in the track of fear. In every relationship, there are two halves of that relationship. One half is you, the other half is your son, your daughter, your father, your mother, your friends, your partner. Of those halves, you are only responsible for your half. You are only responsible for your half. You are not responsible for the other half. It doesn't matter how close you think you are or how strongly you think you love. There is no way that you can be responsible for what is inside another person's head. You can never know what that person feels, what that person believes, all the assumptions they make. You don't know anything about that person. That is the truth. But what do? We try to be responsible for the other half, and that is why relationships in hell are based on fear, drama, and the war of control. If we are in a war of control, it is because we have no respect. The truth is that we don't love. It is selfishness, not love. It is just to have the little doses that make It is just to have the little doses that make us feel good. When we have no respect, there is a war of control because each person feels responsible for the other. I have to control you because I don't respect you. I have to be responsible for you because whatever happens to you is going to hurt me, and I want to avoid pain. Then, if I see that you are not being responsible, I'm going to knock you all the time. I'm going to knock you all the time to try to make you be responsible, but responsible from my personal point of view. It doesn't mean that I am right. This is what happens when we come from the track of fear, because there is no respect. I act as though you are not good enough or intelligent enough to see what is good or not good for you. I make the assumption that you are not strong enough to go into certain situations and take care of yourself. I have to take control and say, let me do that for you, or don't do that. I try to suppress your half of the relationship and take control of the whole thing. If I take control of our whole relationship, where is your part? It doesn't work because you can't control the person that you're with. You can never control another person's actions. You can never control another person's actions. You can only control your own actions. Only you can control your actions. Okay? With the other half, we can share, we can enjoy, we can create the most wonderful dream together. But the other half always has its own dream, its own will. And we can never control that dream no matter how hard we try. Then we have a choice. We can create a conflict and a war of control, or we can become a playmate and a team player. Playmates and team players play together, but not against each other. If you are playing tennis, you have a partner, you are a team, and you never go against each other. Never. Even if you both play tennis differently, you have the same goal, to have fun together, to play together, to be playmates. If you have a partner who wants to control the game and they say, no, don't play like that, play like this, no, you're doing it wrong, you're not going to have any fun. Eventually you won't want to play and with that partner anymore. Instead of being a team, your partner wants to control how you play. And without the concept of a team, you are always going to have conflict. If you see your partnership, your romantic relationship as a team, everything will start to improve. In a relationship, as in a game, it's in a relationship, as in a game, it's not about winning or losing. You are playing because you want to have fun. Bruh, do you ever, like, we've been in bad relationships before. Remember when it got to the point where it's just like, bro, I am not having no fun no more. I'm not having fun. Why weren't you having fun? Because you were worried about what? The things that you couldn't control. You were worried about the things about them that you wanted them to change, to adjust to you, that you couldn't control. Instead of being like, this ain't for me. Because you're trying to force it to work, trying to force it to fit, trying to force it to happen, trying to make fetch happen and it ain't never going to happen. Because you're not having fun. Because when it becomes hard to have fun, that means that you're not communicating well. That means that your conflicts are outweighing your good times. That means that your problem solving together in situations that y'all may come across is not effective. And you may end up in extreme you may end up in strenuous circumstances because life can be strenuous or whatever, but the person you're doing it with, it's just ah it's like even in the toughest times, your person should be your partner still. They should be your teammates still, even in the darkest times. And the moment y'all stop being teammates, it's time to start looking at things and seeing what the heck is going on. Do we need to reevaluate the team situation, or do we just need to break the band up? You know. Anyway, anyway, in the track of love, you are giving more than taking. And of course, you love yourself so much that you don't allow selfish people to take advantage of you. You are not going for revenge. Excuse me. You are not going for revenge, but you are clear in your communication. You can say, I don't like it when you try to take advantage of me, when you disrespect me, when you are unkind to me. I don't need someone to abuse me verbally, emotionally, physically. I don't need to hear you cursing all the time. It's not that I am better than you, it's because I love beauty. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to love. And it's not that I am selfish. I just don't need a big victim near me. Okay. Y'all write this one down. I'm gonna say that one again. Y'all write this down, okay? You can say to the person that you're with, I don't like it when you try to take advantage of me, when you disrespect me, when you are unkind to me. Period. I don't need someone to abuse me verbally, emotionally, physically. Period. I don't need to hear you cursing all the time. Period. It's not that I am better than you, semicolon. It's because I love beauty. Period. I love to laugh, semicolon. I love to have fun, semicolon. I love to love, period. It's not that I am selfish. I just don't need a big victim near me. It doesn't mean that I don't love you, but I cannot take responsibility for your dream. If you are in a relationship with me, it will be so hard for your parasite because I will not react to your garbage at all. This is not selfishness. This is self love. Selfishness, control, and fear will break almost any relationship. Generosity, freedom, and love will create the most beautiful relationship and ongoing romance. This is beautiful. To master a relationship is all about you. To master a relationship is all about you. The first step is to become aware, to know that everyone dreams their own dream. Once you know this, you can be responsible for your half of the relationship, which is you. If you know that you are only responsible for half of the relationship, you can easily control your half. It is not up to us, and this is based on a monogamous relationship between two people, but do your fractions if you're poly. Um, if you know that you are the if you know that you are only responsible for half of the relationship, you can easily control your half. It is not up to us to control the other half. If we respect, we know that our partner or friend or son or mother is completely responsible for his or her own half. If we respect the other half, there's always going to be peace in that relationship. There is no war. Next, if you know what is love and what is fear, you become aware of the way you communicate your dream to others. The quality of your communication depends upon the choices you make in each moment, whether you tune your emotional body to love or to fear. If you catch yourself in the track of fear just by having that awareness, you can shift your attention into the track of love just by seeing where you are. Just by changing your attention, everything around you will change. Finally, if you are aware that no one else can make you happy and that happiness is the result of love coming out of you, this becomes the greatest mastery of the Toltecs, the mastery of love. We can talk about love and write 1,000 books about it, but love will be completely different for each of us because we have to experience love. Love is not about concepts. Love is about action. Love in action can only produce happiness. Fear in action can only produce suffering. The only way to master love is to practice love. You don't need to justify love. You don't need to explain your love. You just need to practice your love. Practice creates the master. Baby, it's the love for me. It's the love for me. How we give it to ourselves so freely. Show ourselves love because we're enough. That's a variation of that one song from TikTok. Anyway, it's the love. It's the love for me and not the fear. So this makes me think that when we're going forward now, making decisions, when we're going forward now, you know, choosing our behaviors and choosing how we operate with other people, ask yourself, why am I upset? What is the fear? Because every, like they said, like he said, jealousy, anger, sadness is all a mask for fear. So what is it that you fear? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of things. I have things that I operate in fear on. There are things that I'm struggling with right now where it's just like it don't even come up until I'm feeling very vulnerable, because it's just like, oh, I have a fear of being vulnerable with people now because of these experiences that I've had where my love was betrayed, or my love was taken for granted. So, but who is that for? My fear about being treated a certain type of way based on other people's actions towards me. Whose problem is that? That's my problem. That's my problem. So if I interact with anybody after that, or if I interact with anybody with that fear leading, then I'm going to be rude, mean. I'm going to close myself off. I'm going to make myself difficult to talk to. I'm not going to be pleasant to certain people that I feel like are representative of someone that could betray my trust. Men. I'm talking about men. I'm specifically talking about men. I'm sorry, the jig is up. I'm talking about men. I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at cishet men. Sorry, y'all. My experiences have made it so that I'm just like, ooh, you guys. I'm not feeling it, bro. Not feeling it, dog. I don't want to be like that, but that's a me problem. That has nothing to do. Just like what Cat Williams said when he was just like, if you over 25 years old and you still hollering, men are trash, you need to reevaluate what it is about you that keeps attracting these people. Oh yeah, I'm attacked too, bruh. I'm attacked too. Cause like what? It's me. It's me. My issue with other people be me. Your issue with other people be you. I mean, don't get me wrong. People have behaviors that are directed towards you that are raggedy. Guess what? That ain't about you. That's about them. But how you react to it, how you behave as a result of it, how you treat it, that's you. That's you. That's on you. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not completely in the zone today with the word. I'm adjusting to new settings because normally I would be at home and I live alone, and so like it just be me, and I don't know. Anyway, it's a me problem. It's a me problem that I'm not all the way in the zone today. But as I get more comfortable, I'll get more deep into this word. But it's just like, I feel like it's hard for me to go in on this because it's a lot of the stuff that we talked about in the four agreements already. One. And two, he be saying it the right way off the top. Off the top. And I also don't want to sound bitter. Um, but this is a safe space because I created it. I'm not gonna read any more. We are at 46 minutes, and I'm actually okay with the show being a little shorter today, especially because I'm probably going to be here for the rest of the week, and I don't want to finish the book too fast. Um, I don't want to finish the book too fast, and then we don't have nothing to read. So, I, if y'all don't have anything else, love yourself. Love yourself, and don't lead with fear. When we talk about like what would Jesus do, think about how like it can be easy to take the life of Jesus and take that and take the lesson of your enemies will persecute you and you just got to take it and turn the other cheek and you just got to take it and accept how people treat you. I don't fully subscribe to that. You can be protective of yourself. Be protective of yourself. Remove people from your life that are not in your best interest and don't treat you with the kindness you deserve. But at the same time, the way that Jesus didn't take it personally, even when he was being tortured and put up on a cross and being killed slowly in front of everyone by the government, you know, he didn't take it personally. He didn't take it personally. He didn't take it as these people hate me because that would have been based on, I know this is like way too deep, but it's just like that would have been based on his fear of if he deserved it. He didn't. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. Their treatment of him was based on their fear of not understanding him. They they deserved an existence where they didn't fear Jesus and his capabilities. Jesus deserved an existence where people weren't just afraid of him and his capabilities. Anyway, I'm going off the deep end and I don't know what direction I'm going in, so I'm gonna stop now. Anyway, I'm gonna be on Instagram a little bit longer because our girl Anaj the Dragon, the host of the Positive Dragon podcast, she hit my thing, and I'm gonna see if she's still trying to do the duo video thing. So on MissTaylorSaid on Instagram, y'all come on over there, and I'll be up there for a little while. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 6. Very, very excited to go into the next chapter, and I appreciate y'all's patience with me and y'all showing up still. I rock with y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Bye.